Hello, so Simon here. Welcome to the start of week 6. So let's get warmed up. So let's start walking at a nice slow level for 5 minutes. And as we make our way through the 5 minutes, let's just gradually start to increase that pace. And then for the final minute, we'll start to decrease the pace so we get ourselves ready to start today's session. So today we have increased our shorter repetition work and we've now made it all the way up to 6-minute repetitions. We're going to do 5 of these today. We're going to keep our recovery exactly the same as how we've always been doing the first session. So we're still sticking with that 1.5 minute recovery. So that gives us in total running time 30 minutes with walking time of 6 minutes. So that leaves us to 36 minutes. Plus this 5-minute warm-up and 5-minute cool-down at the end. That will bring us to a grand total of 46 minutes of continuous work. So well done. We are really progressing nicely. You're doing really well, increasing that running and decreasing the walking as we're making our way through the 8 weeks. So brilliant. So we're over 1 minute already in our warm-up. So let's just keep going. Let's start to increase that pace a little bit more now. Drive with those arms, deep breaths, get yourselves ready and get yourselves prepared for the session to start soon as well. So I'd love to hear how your sessions are going. You've done really well. You've made it to the week 6, so really good. So just including this week, this is 3 more weeks to go. So you're over halfway through the program. So I'm sure by now you're seeing a great improvement. You're feeling fitter and stronger, not as out of breath. So please send in your feedback. Let myself and also other people know on the program how you're getting on. As I've mentioned before to you, it's really motivating to hear from people similar to yourself to find out how the session's going, so it can motivate everyone and everyone knows that they're in it together and improving at the same time. So that is 2 minutes gone now, so let's just increase that pace a little bit further. Let's just keep this pace going for another 2 minutes and then we'll just start to decrease it as we get ourselves ready for the session. So looking forward into next week and onwards for the first session of each week. We are going to be progressing you a little bit further again next week. Bit of a jump up, but you're more than ready for it. So next week we're going to do 7.5 minutes repetitions, but only 4 of them. So we're decreasing the amount of reps, but increasing the time of the duration of those repetitions. So just a bit of a progression there. I'm also going to drop down your recovery to 1 minute as well from 1.5 minute. You're definitely more than capable of doing this based on all the other sessions that you've done. And it's going to help us progress to keep that pace going for the running and just dropping the walking so we can eventually get to that 30-minute continuous run at the end of week 8. With the rest of this week, so what have we got to look forward to this week as well? So we got our pyramid session like we always do on the second session of the week. So we're progressing nicely with that one as well. Just like we did last week, we're doing the pyramid all the way up to 5 minutes, but this time we're going to add an extra 5 minutes to the pyramid. So it's 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute, 4 minute, 5 minute, and then the other 5 minute, then 4 minute, 3 minute, 2 minute, 1 minute. As I mentioned to you last week as well, we are going to be dropping the recovery down as well, just to 30 seconds, so hardly any recovery. So it's more of a continuous pace rather than blasting the shorter repetitions. We're just going to hold that pace. Just a few breaks just thrown in just to help yourself recover, just to get yourselves ready to go. So 4 minutes gone now, so let's just start to decrease it just for the final minute. And the last session of this week is our long repetition session where we're now going to be increasing the time up to 25 minutes of continuous running. A little bit of a progression from last week when we did 20 minutes, but you're more than capable of doing this. So let's get ourselves ready. We're nearly ready to go now. We just got another 30 seconds to go. Then we'll start these repetitions of these 6 minutes. So let's just try and hold a nice, steady, consistent pace and use those recoveries wisely. Still a pretty good recovery based on how we're progressing in the other sessions. So just use that time wisely to hold that speed. So get yourselves ready. Deep breaths. We're off in 15 seconds. Okay, are we ready? In 10. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. off you go. So off we go with our first repetition. So just to recap, we're doing 5 lots of 6 minutes with a 1.5 minute recovery in between. So the session is going to last for 30 minutes of running, 6 minutes of walking in between, so 36 minutes in total, and then plus our warm up and cool down. That brings us to 46 minutes in total. So it's a long session today, but you're more than capable of doing this. You've got up to this point by progressing nicely, and we can do this one together as well. So that's it, just find the right pace for you. Let's try and hold a steady pace the whole way through this 6 minutes and try and match the pace in each repetition after that. So I'm with you every step of the way. Let's keep it going. That is 1 minute down now. So 5 minutes to go. Keep it going. So you've progressed so well since we first started. So looking back to week 1 when we started with those 8 lots of 1 minute, and then we moved on to those 6 lots of 2 minutes. And then in week 3, we're up to 5 lots of 3 minutes. Week 4, 5 lots of 4 minutes. Then we went on to week 5 where then we moved on to 5 lots of 5 minutes, and here we are today, progressing you even more. Just keep going, and we're going to progress you even further in the last few weeks to come in the program. So we're coming up to 2 minutes down now, 4 minutes to go. If it helps, just focus on each minute as it comes. Try not to think of the whole lot of 6 minutes as one. Just break it down into smaller sections if that helps. If you're running around a track or you're on a treadmill, you can see how well you're doing on each minute. So you can just track your pace and try and keep the same pace going the whole way through. If you haven't and you've got a GPS watch and you feel that helps as well, just keep going and look at that occasionally and just see how you're getting on. Just keep a nice steady rhythm going. So we're coming up to halfway now. That's 3 minutes down. So we're halfway through the first repetition. Good work. Just another 3 minutes to go, and then we can have that fairly good recovery. Still keeping the minute and a half recoveries going on this session. But after this week, next week, we're going to drop that down to a minute. This is quite a good recovery. But we're looking at the volume of time of walking and running, not just the running. That's not just the session. We're still working when we're walking. Our heart rate is still pumping. And we're still burning calories. We're just increasing the running and decreasing the walking as we progress. So we're coming up to 4 minutes soon now. Come on, just keep going for another 2 minutes. Really good work. Come on, just keep the pace going for the final bit. Hopefully now you've settled into a little bit more of a rhythm. You'll find with time, as you become a little bit more used to your pace, you'll be able to go exactly to the right speed straight away, and you won't need to think about it too much. You'll know exactly what feels right, or if it feels a bit fast or slow, and you'll be able to pace all your different distances, different reps, with a lot more ease than you might have done when you were a beginner, when you might have gone off too fast to start with, or a bit too slow if you're a bit cautious. but you do get used to that with time. So that's 5 minutes down now. We've got 1 more minute to go now. Come on. Let's keep going for that last minute and then we can recover. Come on, deep breaths. Keep your form. Remember everything I've mentioned in the past. Drive with those arms forwards and back. Try to avoid across the body. Knees up, nice and high. Keep tall. When you get tired, this is when it hurts a bit more, and that's when form tends to go. Come on. Nearly there now. The final bit to go now. We've got 20 seconds left. Then that first repetition is complete. 15. 10 seconds left. Come on, right to the end. 5, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Okay, so walk it out. So use this recovery as much as you need to, okay? If you're tired, just slow it down to an easy walk. If you feel okay and you want to keep a pace going, that's fine. Just go at the speed that's right for you. So if you're feeling that you're getting fitter and you're coping well with this recovery, just keep going at a bit more of a brisk walk pace. The fitter you are, the quicker you will recover. So you will find in turn that you will recover and you will be able to go a bit sooner and you'll cope better with these recoveries. Great work. So now that you've done the first repetition, that's hopefully given you an idea about how it should feel and what sort of distance you should be doing in each repetition, what's right for you. Right, so we've got another 30 seconds and we'll start that second rep. So make any minor tweaks if you need to. If you did feel that you did go too fast, don't worry, you can still adjust it. You can still have time to tweak that pace if need be. And if you're a little bit cautious, again, not a problem. You've still got another 4 reps. Right, 5 seconds. Are we all ready? 3, 2, 1. Right, off we go. So come on, let's match what we did before. I'll let you know each minute how we're getting on. Just keep it going. Come on. Keep those arms driving forwards and back, pushing you along. Keep relaxed. Try not to tense up. I've mentioned it before, but I'll mention it again. If you tense up, if you clench your fists, all that tension will go up through the arm, into the shoulders, into the chest, into the core, and it will not help. Even though it might feel that it is, if you feel that you're really driving and straining and working hard, but you will be doing better if you can just keep relaxed and just keep with the rhythm. You might also find you get a stitch as well if you do tend to tense up, and keeping loose will ease any of that tension away, which hopefully will prevent that stitch occurring, or it will go if you did feel one coming. So over a minute down. Good work, come on. Keep it going. Great start. Let me know how all the sessions are going. How are you finding these progressions? So as you know, we do 3 different types of sessions each week. This is the first session of the week 6, which is our shorter repetition workouts. But now we've got so far into the program, it doesn't feel so short anymore as it did when we first started. So I would think of it now more of our repetition based intervals rather than the pyramid and the steady run. So over 2 minutes down now. So looking into our next session to follow, we have that pyramid session. Out of the 3, that's the one that I personally enjoy the most. I like doing the different distances. Keeps it a little bit more fresh rather than doing repetitions. But it is good to do a mixture rather than doing the same session all the time. Each one has its different benefits. Will get you towards that end goal. So we're coming up to 3 minutes soon. 3 minutes now, 3 minutes to go. Halfway through the second rep. So let me know what the goal is for you. Most people who do this program are training up for 5Ks. This is what this training program is all about. We're building you up to being able to run at the pace that's right for you for a consistent 30 minutes, which is roughly where you'll be, slightly over or under maybe, for your 5K. So that is what most people are training for who do this program. So please let me know if that is your goal, if you've got any other goals out there that you're aiming for, or is it just fitness or getting back into it after a layoff, whether that's an injury or just you had a break. Everyone has their different reasons. So that's 4 minutes down now. 2 minutes to go. And if you know anyone else who's thinking about doing the same sort of goal as that, and you think that this would be beneficial for them, please let them know. Let them know how it's helped you and how you're coping. Hopefully it's motivating you a bit more as well, giving you a bit more of a structure to follow. Spread the word, let them know about it. Come on, we're doing well. Not long to go now. Coming into our final minute soon. Come on, keep going. Try not to ease off too much. You'll have a recovery soon. Just another minute to go now. Come on, last minute. Get this repetition done, and it's only 3 more to go. We'll be on our middle repetition next. Come on, right to the end. We have 30 seconds. Last bit of effort. Come on, right to the end now. Nearly there. 15 seconds. Come on, this is really good. Keep going to the end. Don't slow down now yet, you're nearly there. 5 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. Okay, well done. So back to that walk. And deep breaths. Let yourselves recover again as much as you can. 1.5-minute recovery. These go so quick, these recoveries. But use every second wisely. Come on. Walk at a pace that's right for you to recover. Try not to keep a too high intensity going in these recoveries. It's the running where we're having our main effort, so just try and keep focus on those and keep your efforts high for the running parts. This is just the recovery. But if you're feeling okay and you would prefer to keep a more of a steady pace going and you're recovering, that's fine. But as long as you are not just keeping your heart rate too high and you are not recovering in these 1.5-minute breaks. So we are nearly ready. I told you it goes quick. 20 seconds. Wow, where's that gone? Come on, you're not alone. I'm feeling exactly what you're feeling. We're in this together. 10 seconds, doesn't matter what your pace is or your ability, if you're working at the pace that's right for you, we're all feeling the same relative to ourselves. Okay, are we ready? 3, 2, 1, come on, off we go. So our third repetition. Get this one done and then we're over halfway. A lot of this is all psychological as well. If you can be positive and focus on all the benefits, when it starts to hurt a little bit more, when you're a little bit more out of breath and you feel your legs tiring, if you can just think of all the benefits and how you're improving, it will help you get through it. And if you break it down into sections so it doesn't feel such a big of a task that you might have thought it was at the start, that helps as well. I always really like it when you go past the halfway stage in the sessions and you know that you're on your way back. Every step is a step closer to the end then. Come on, that's it. Good pace, well done. Keep going now. Over 1 minute down already in this third repetition. Let's try and match the same pace as those first 2 reps. Keep strong. Come on, we're nearly at this 2-minute mark now. Break it down, that's it, come on. So 2 minutes down, 1 minute to go, and then we're halfway through. If you're feeling good and you're feeling strong after this repetition, you've got 2 more to go, so you've got time then to increase the pace on those final ones. If you feel okay and you want to do that, that is fine. But if you're feeling tired, just try and keep with this pace. I'll get you through it, we'll work together. Come on. Nearly 3 minutes through now. All right, so we are halfway through the repetition, and that means we're halfway through the session. So come on, that's it. Big milestone done. If you're on an out and back run, you're coming back now. And if you're not and you're just running on the track or just loops of where you are, just think of that in your head. You're over halfway now, you're coming back. Working really well, this is really good. Come on. Coming up to 2 minutes to go. Deep breaths. I know it's getting a bit harder now, but that is the idea. It's not meant to be easy. The way we are improving is that we are progressing by pushing our bodies a little bit further each week as we are getting fitter, mentally and more physically. We are putting a little bit more effort in and pushing the boundaries a bit further. So right, so under 2 minutes to go now, come on. Just get this minute down and then you can dig deeper, a little bit more for that final minute and complete this third rep. Doing really well. Think of how you've progressed. Back in week 2, we did 2 lots of 6 minutes. And that was our long repetitions. And we had a good 4-minute recovery in between. And now look at where you are. Right, so under a minute to go now. Come on, let's get this minute down. Then you can recover again. And it's just 2 final repetitions left. Nearly there. 30 seconds to go now. Come on, right to the end. We've got 15 seconds left. See that point in front of you? Come on, let's get there. 10 seconds away. Last 5, don't stop now, keep going till I say 3, 2, 1. Well done. Good work. Right, walk it out again. So 3 down, 2 to go, over halfway through. Oh, it feels good that rep's done. For me, that's a big rep done, that one. Completing that 3rd one, just 2 to go now, over halfway. Get this repetition out the way, and then it's just our last one after that. Just keep focused, keep strong on this one. This is the one for me where it hurts a bit more with regards to we're still deep into the session and we're not at the end, and we are tiring a bit more now, but just focus on this, complete it, and then we can just give everything that we got for that last one to follow. So really keep strong on this one now. This is often the one that it can fall apart if we don't keep focused on what we're doing. Right, it's going quick again. 15 seconds. Where has that time gone? Okay, 10 seconds, come on. We can do this together. 5, 3, 2, 1. Right, off we go. Come on, if we can get this rep consistent to the others or better, our overall average is looking good because we'll find something for that last rep. You always do. You always can push a little bit more when you know it's the end and you know you're working towards the final part. Come on. Let's break it down to minutes again. Use that visualization if that helps. If you are aiming for that race at the end of this training program, then this is a really good way to mentally prepare yourself for that race as well. If this is the pace that you would like to hold for that 30 minutes, just think of that. So minute down. Come on, 1 down already. Imagine that you are pulling away from the people around you who haven't done this training that you've done, and they are suffering, they are tiring. When you are strong, you're able to keep this pace going because you've done all this hard training and you've pushed your body to where you've got to today. Pulling away from the people behind you, catching the people up in front of you. So much of it is in the mind as well as physical. Come on. So we're coming up to 2 minutes now. 4 minutes to go, come on. This is really good. Think of that feeling when you've completed the session and you know you've done well. It sets you up for the rest of the day. You will be there soon. Deep breaths. Keep going, keep settled into this rhythm of this pace. Coming up to 3 minutes soon. Coming up to halfway through this rep. So that's halfway now. 3 minutes left. Come on. Keep strong. I know it's getting harder now. But everyone is feeling that. Everyone that is doing this session is feeling what you're feeling. But we can all do this. Just get this one done. We're nearly there now. Just over 2 minutes to go. So that is 2 minutes to go. Now 4 minutes down. Come on, keep going for this minute. Then we can put a bit more effort in and work a bit harder for that final minute. And then we've got our last recovery to follow. That's how close we are to the end of this session. Just one more recovery to go. And we are 1.5 minutes away now. You know how quickly those recoveries go? That is just how long is left. Come on, final push now. Let's start to work a bit more now. Come on, let's bring it in. We are now 1 minute away now. Come on, minute to go. So work a bit harder to sustain this speed. Try not to slow down too much. Keep that form, keep driving with the arms. Help push yourself forwards. Keep relaxed at the same time. Come on, deep breaths. 30 seconds. We're nearly there now. See that point in front of you, about 20 seconds away. Come on, let's see if we can get there. Keep going. 10 seconds away. Last 5. 3, 2, 1. Well done. Okay, let's walk it out again. One last time. This is our last recovery. Great work. Right. That is it. You've done the hard bit now. We just got one more repetition to go. We're just 6 minutes away from the finish, and then this session is complete. It's a big one, it's a bit of a progression, it's a long session, 36 minutes in total. That's a bit of a push on from last week. We did 31 minutes last week. But you've done really well. Coped well so far. Let's keep it going to the end for the last effort. So how are we doing? Are we feeling good? Are we feeling that we're recovering? We're 30 seconds away and then we'll start that last one. Come on, deep breaths. We're off soon. It's going quick again. 10 seconds. Are we ready? In 5, 3, 2, 1. Off we go. Right, this is it. Our last one now. Final 6 minutes. 6 minutes away from the finish. Then we can do that 5-minute walk, cool down, recover, and then we'll get ready for that next session to follow, which is the pyramid one, where we're not going up as high as 6 minutes. We're only going up to 5 minutes. So you're doing well. You're coping well with this. And the time isn't as long in total as well. We're matching the time of running, 30 minutes in the next session, same as now, but we got less recovery. So the session won't last as long. That's the good news of it. Yes, we've got less recovery, but it won't last as long. Right, come on, let's break it down now. That is 1 minute down, 5 minutes to go. If you're feeling good, every minute, think about trying to push it a little bit more. Just every time we're just going up a gear and increasing that speed. Even if you're not increasing the pace and you're just putting a bit more effort in each time, think of it like that if that is more relevant to how you're feeling at the moment. I appreciate that you're probably getting a little bit tired now. So just think of it as effort rather than speed if that's how you are feeling. But come on, let's just try and push it each minute until we've completed this session. So nearly there now. Coming up to 2 minutes down. It's 2 minutes down now. 4 minutes to go. Third of the way through this rep. Get this next minute down and then we're halfway through the final rep. Let's get there. Keep strong right to the end. Let's get a good average out of these 5 efforts. If you're recording it, you can look back at your stats, see how well you've done. And there's no reason why you can't repeat this session after you've completed the program. You can always revisit some of these sessions. After you've completed the 8 weeks, these are probably more of the ones that you would want to repeat rather than the ones at the start of the program, because you've got yourself up to this point. And let's see if you could go further distance in these reps and get a better average. Right, 3 minutes down now. Halfway through the final rep. 3 minutes to go. So nearly at the end now. Let's start to increase it a little bit more if you can. Hold your speed. Keep pushing. If you're together, if you're with someone, let's keep going together. Try and stick with them, and hopefully they can help work with you and they can stick with you too. Come on, we're nearly there now. Just over 2 minutes to go. Right to the end now. Into our penultimate minute now. 2 minutes left. Get this minute out of the way, and then it really is our final minute to the end, our sprint for home. Everything that you've got. Let's increase it again if you can. Gradually pulling away. Imagine that you're in that race again. You're a minute and a half away. You probably can even see the finish now. Let's get there, come on. Keep going. Not long left. Just over a minute left now. Right, let's give this minute all that we've got. Final bit of effort, then we can recover. Are you ready? 5 minutes down now. 1 minute left. This is it. Last bit of effort. Let's break it down to 15 seconds. So that's 15 seconds down, and the last minute, 45 seconds to go. "30 seconds to go now." So close. Come on, don't stop now. You're doing so well. Let's keep this pace going. 15 seconds. This is it. Come on. 10 seconds. Last 5, 3, 2, 1. We are done. So well done, you have completed the session. Great work as per usual. You've done really well there. So let's get going, if you haven't already, with a nice easy 5-minute cool down. So just a gentle walk, just to help the body recover. Take some deep breaths in and just feel your body just gradually return back to normal. So superb work. You have completed the first session of week 6. So we've done our 5 lots of 6 minutes. So really, really good work. So next session is the pyramid one coming next. So we're going to go for a 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute, 4 minute, 5 minute, and then adding an extra 5 minute on from where we were last week, and then back down for 3, 2, 1. And we're going to have just a 30-second recovery instead of our usual minutes recovery. So just dropping down that walking time and increasing the running time. So really, really good work. Well done. That's another great session done. Progressing really well from where we were last week with our 5-minute repetitions. So brilliant stuff. Going up to 6 minutes now, 5 lots. So next week we're going to push you a little bit further. We've got 4 lots of 7.5 minutes. So we're doing 1 less repetition, but we're going to increase the reps by 1.5 minutes. And we're going to have a minute's recovery instead of 1.5 minutes. So slight little tweak on that, but you're more than capable of doing it. So that's 1.5 minutes gone through our cool down now. So just keep on going. And just hopefully every minute goes by, you should feel that you're getting a little bit more recovered and feeling better. So after every session, I try and share with you different advice and tips from myself or other people that have told me about ways that we can help our bodies recover. So the next one I'm going to talk about is resting your muscles. So I've mentioned before that it's really important. Try not to do these sessions back to back. Try and give yourselves, if you can, 2 days recovery. That's what's recommended if you're going to be working the same muscle groups. However, there is no one-size-fits-all solution when it comes to recovery time. There's various different factors that can affect your recovery. So things like your age and your fitness level can play an important part on how much time is needed. So the best advice really is just to see what's right for you. Generally, you do find as you get fitter, you do recover quicker. So you might have found that when you started in week 1, you needed a few extra days, but now you're feeling a bit better and stronger, and then you don't need as much. So best advice is just listen to your body. If you feel that you need an extra day or 2, do so. It's no good going into a session when you're tired and you're going to struggle. You're not going to get the best out of it. So just give yourself as much time as you can. Even if it means going over through to the next week, you don't have to start every week of this program bang on the Monday. You can always start later on in the week if you need to. So just do what is right for you. Okay. So that's today's sort of tip to help recover. Just give yourself as much rest as possible. So that's 3.5 minutes gone now. So we've got another 1.5 minutes left. So just keep going at that nice easy pace. Well done. Great stuff. Please let me know how you found today's session. It's always great to hear from you. So please let me know how you found it. Always great as well to see pictures of you where you've done your workouts. If you've gone along the seafront, or you're in your park, or if you're in the treadmill, wherever you are, it's always really good to see where you've completed your sessions. So definitely send those in. And if you're on anything like Strava or anything like that, where it tracks your workout, take a snapshot of that so we can see your stats to see how you've done. It's always great to see. And it's always great for other people who are like-minded to you, who are doing the session or thinking about doing it, to see how other people are coping. So we're nearly there now. We're nearly through our 5-minute cool down. So we've just got another 40 seconds to go. So hopefully by now you're feeling much more recovered. Like I say again, you've done really well. That was a great progression on. Every week we push you a little bit further, just to get you slightly more out of your comfort zone. But you're coping so well. You've completed 30 minutes of running there. So the equal amount of what we're looking for at the end of the session without the recovery, and just 6 minutes in total of recovery there. So really, really good work. So rest up, get yourself ready, and I'll look forward to doing that pyramid session with you in the next few days. So well done, and train with you again soon. Goodbye.